Welcome to Bronx Nights Baseball. I am RC Robbin. This is MLB The Show 20 on PlayStation 4. It's a created franchise called the Bronx Nights. As you can see, they've taken the place of, well, they're in the American League West. They've taken the place of the Houston Astros. They're currently in first place. It's June 19th, middle of June. They have a 7-game lead over the Seattle Mariners and are in first place. Let's get this next game in the schedule on the... So, won 2 out of 3 against Minnesota. And now starting a 3-game set at Oakland against the Oakland A's. So let's play this first game. View organization's games. Joey Pollard, play game. Okay. Play full game. We are the away team at Oakland. At Rickey Henderson Field. I like it. Here we go. Joey Pollard is the starter. Let's backup catcher. Who else can we get? Maybe can Francisco Lindor play third base? Yes, he can. Francisco Lindor. Looks about right. Welcome to a presentation of Major League Baseball. We are here at Rickey Henderson Field to watch the Bronx Nights visit the Oakland Athletics. On the mound for the A's, Miles Mikolas making his 16th start of the season. His record is 6-6 with a 5.88 earned run average. And leading off for the Knights is Max Lukelich, the center fielder, hitting .320, 3 homers, 19 runs batted in. And here comes the first pitch of the game. Low ball one. Oakland A's are 1 game under 500. They're in third place in the American League West. Count is 1-0 on Lukelich. And he grounds it right back to the pitcher. And there's 1 away. Starting lineup for the Bronx Knights, Max Lukelich led off. Don Mattingly is at first. Chris Ramos is at second. Michael O'Rourke's in left. Jacob Salazar is the shortstop. Benny LoCicero is in right. Matt Saps is the DH. Francisco Lindor is at third. And Roberto Perez is the catcher. Don Mattingly hitting .314 on the season. Steps up with 1 down. And he pulls it towards the second baseman. Fields, fires, and there's 2 away.
That is third. The second baseman,
Chris Ramos hitting .382 with 27 homers and 65 runs batted in. Steps to the plate. There's 2 down here in the top of the first. And he's a little late on the fastball. Count is 0-1. He hits it high and deep. It is caught at the wall to retire the side. So after half an inning of baseball here in Oakland, it's the Bronx Knights nothing, the A's coming to bat. On the mound for the Bronx Knights, Joey Pollard. He's making his 12th start of the season. He's 9-1. With a 2.21 earned run average, going for win number 10 today against the A's. And he gets to face Jackie Robinson, hitting .293, 3 homers, 27 runs batted in. Jackie Robinson is a Hall of Famer. He bunts it down the line, and it didn't go foul yet. He's safe. Big mistake by terminating third. Should have just let the ball go foul. So there's a runner at first on his infield single. Caleb Hamilton, 208, 1 homer, 4 RBI, steps to the plate. And he flies it deep in foul territory. Running over is LoCicero. He cannot make the play. It's strike 1. And ball drops out of the hand of the catcher, Roberto Perez, and he steals second with ease. So Jackie Robinson, 15 steals. He's in scoring position with no one out here in the bottom of the first. Count is 0-2. Oh, and he hits it high and deep, and that's going to be a 2-run home run here in the bottom of the first by Hamilton, his second of the season. And just like that, the Oakland A's have a 2-0 lead. Boom. It was gone the minute it left the bat. So still nobody out. Mickey Mantle steps to the plate. 292, 21 homers, 57 runs batted in. In there, strike one, 95 on the radar gun. Bronx Knights are 23 games over 500. It's Mattingly at first base and Benny LoCicero in right field. Here comes pitch number 2. And he fouls the two-seamer back. Strike 2, count as no balls and 2 strikes on number 7, Mickey Mantle. Inside corner, strikeout, strike 3 looking, 1 out in the inning. So Adam Dunn, 224 average. A lot of power from the left side. Steps to the plate with 1 down here in the first. At the knees, strike 1. Swing and a miss at the circle change out in front. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Matthew Ross is the home plate umpire calling balls and strikes. And he lines it to center, and it is a 1-out single for Adam Dunn. And they have a base runner here in the first.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, Willie Stargell.
First baseman Willie Stargell steps to the plate. He is cold in his last handful of games, but overall he's hitting 278, 14 homers, 47 runs batted in. Dunn leads off first, and here's the pitch. Strike 1. Oh, he hits it high and deep. This one is gone. It's yet another 2-run home run here in the first inning. Willie Stargell's 15th homer of the season, and it's a 4-0 lead in the first for the Oakland A's. Joey Pollard has been victimized by the home run ball here in the first inning. My goodness. Manager, mound visit. Let's calm him down a little bit. We need him to go past the first inning. Take a minute, take a breather. Okay, Cal Ripken Jr. is up, hitting 347 for the Oakland A's. Pitch is just below the knees, ball 1. In there, strike 1, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on the Iron Man. Cal Ripken Jr. in real life played for the Baltimore Orioles. Fouls off the two-seamer, count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fouls it off the chest of the umpire. Ooh, got him good. Count remains 1-2 on Cal. Outside corner, strike 3, there are 2 down. So 2 strikeouts looking, sandwiched in between 2 2-run home runs. So anyway, Ernie Banks hitting 273, 2 homers, 9 RBIs, steps up to the plate for the A's. Fouls it back to the screen, strike 1. Grounds it down the first baseline. Mattingly puts a glove on it, takes it himself. and retires the side, but not before their 2-2-run home runs. Gives the A's a 4-0 here at the end of one. Oof. And top of the second, the left fielder Michael O'Rourke hitting .347, 18 homers, 57 runs batted in. Steps up to the plate to lead off the top of the second. Grounds at first pitch to the first baseman. Stargell takes it to the bag himself, and there's one away. Defensive alignment for the Oakland A's from left to right in the outfield: Adam Dunn, Mickey Mantle, and Max Kepler. And in the infielder, Hamilton, Cal Ripken Jr., Jackie Robinson, Willie Stargell, and Yasmani Grandal behind the plate. So, Jacob Salazar, the shortstop, hitting .352. And he takes low ball one. 9 homers, 45 runs batted in on the season. He's a switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Mikolas. Low ball two. 2 balls, no strikes is the count. Down and in, count is 3-0. Benny LoCicero, the right fielder, is on deck. Will he have the green light? Sliders in there for strike one. Hitters count 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the second. And it's a hard line drive, but right there is the center fielder, Mickey Mantle. He makes the catch for the second out.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 37.
Benny LoCicero, .278, 17 homers, 65 runs batted in. 2 outs here in the second. And he nubs it foul down the third base line for strike one. And that's strike two. Count is 0-2 on LoCicero. And it's a hard line drive through the right side. It is a 2-out single for LoCicero. Here's the replay.
Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 31.
So next up is Matthew Saps, today's designated hitter. He's hitting .246, 12 homers, 40 runs batted in. Bounces around between the designated hitter position and second and short on the team. Checks his swing, pitches outside, ball one. LoCicero leads off first. There's 2 out here in the top of the second. Quick throw to first. The A's have a 4-run lead here in the second inning. And it's a hard ground ball up the middle and through. LoCicero's going to race over to third. It's going to be first and third with 2 outs. So they have a little bit of a threat blossoming. Slow ground ball up the middle off the end of the bat, but it just found just the right spot to get through the infield. And suddenly there's 2 runners on with 2 outs. So next up is Francisco Lindor, playing today in place of Matt Termini, giving Termini a day off. And he hits a hard line drive high and deep, and it will go over the head of the outfielder, and it's going to be an RBI double for Lindor. The score is 4-1. It's his 6th double of the season. And there will be runners at second and third with 2 outs still. So, backup catcher Roberto Perez hitting .220 is in there for Anthony Millo. He's got a chance with a single to drive in 2. Down and in, ball 1. He has a homer and 8 RBIs and limited play time. Grounds it towards the middle. Jackie has it. Fires over to first to retire the side. They leave 2 runners on. Let's take it a little bit closer. It's a 3-run ball game thanks to this, a RBI double from Francisco Lindor. And after an inning and a half of baseball, it's the Athletics 4, the Bronx Knights 1. Bottom of the second. Stepping up to the plate for the A's is Joey. I'm sorry, check that. Joey Pollard is the pitcher for the Bronx Knights. Max Kepler is the batter. 289, 11 homers, 38 runs batted in. Kepler is the right fielder today for the A's. At the knees, strike one. Breaking ball drops over, just misses low. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Kepler. So Joey's 9-1 on the season. He has a very low ERA. Unfortunately, the ERA is going to take a bit of a hit with those 4 runs in the first. Pops it up. He jumps out of his crouch, but is unable to make the play. So it's just strike. Instead of being a pop out, it'll be strike number 2. And Max Kepler has another opportunity here in the second. Line drive, but right at the right fielder. LoCicero makes the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the second. Defense for the Bronx Knights. In the outfield, it's O'Rourke, Lukalich, and LoCicero. And in the infield, Lindor, Salazar, Ramos, and Mattingly, with Roberto Perez behind the plate. So with 1 out here in the bottom of the second, Yasmani Grandal hitting a .184 with 1 homer and 16 RBIs, stepping up to the plate. He's out in front of the 2-seamer for strike 1. Swinging a miss at the curveball, strike 2. And he lines it the other way, but it curves foul. Count will remain no balls and 2 strikes on Grandal. Swing and a miss, 2-seam fastball, and there's 2 away. Joey Pollard's 3rd strikeout of the ball game.
Now batting, the second baseman, Jackie Robinson.
So the lineup for the A's turns over. Jackie Robinson is up again for his second plate appearance. He has a single and a run scored in this ball game. And he lines it up the middle and through for a 2-out single. So Jackie is on base. So he's got 2 singles and a stolen base. I'm sure he'll try to steal his second base here with 2 outs to get himself in scoring position. Caleb Hamilton has a 2-run homer today. He steps in again with 2 down. Just low, ball 1. Quick throw to first. Jackie Robinson's back. Jackie Robinson has the distinction of being the first African-American baseball player in baseball history. Strong throw to second is not in time. He just beats the throw. Good strong throw from Roberto Perez. Right on the money, but got in there. Pure speed. So now there's a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for Hamilton. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Out in front of the knuckle curve, count is 1 and 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, side retired. So they strand a runner in scoring position and do not score, but they still have a 3-run lead. At the end of 2 innings of play, it's Oakland 4-1. Top of the 3rd inning, the lineup turns over for the Bronx Knights. Max Lukalich, the center fielder, he's 0 for 1.
Number 38.
Just outside, ball 1, 95 on the radar gun. Max has 24 doubles on the season. We're in mid-June. And it's a lazy pop-up. Jackie is in short right field. He makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Next up is Don Mattingly. He's hitting .313 with 17 homers, 64 runs batted in. He is 0 for 1 in this ballgame. He grounded out. And he got a little under it, skied it to center. Mickey Mantle is there, and two pitches and 2 quick outs for the Bronx Knights here in the top of the 3rd. So Chris Ramos, who's leading the American League in votes for the second baseman to start the All-Star game. Pulls a two-seamer foul for strike one. He is 0 for 1 in this ballgame. Switch hitter batting from the left side. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Ramos. Two and one. And he pulls it towards the hole, but Stargell makes the play, tosses it to the pitcher covering, and the side is retired. Quick 1-2-3 inning for the Knights. And it's 2.5 innings of baseball. It's still a 3-run lead for Oakland. Bottom of the third, Mickey Mantle steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1.
The center fielder, Mickey.
Grounded to the third baseman, Francisco Lindor fires across, and there's one away.
The left fielder, number 44.
So it seems like Joey Pollard has recovered from that disastrous first inning where he gave up 2 2-run homers. Seems to have found his stuff. Circle change, just low, ball 1. But he's going to need to give them some length now. Foul ball, count as 1 ball and 1 strike on Dunn. We're in Oakland, California. Just misses low, count as 2 balls and 1 strike. That was a fat, high breaking ball that he's lucky wasn't deposited into the seats. The count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count goes full with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Grounds it up the middle from the left side. Strong throw. Nice play from the shifted infield. That was Salazar, who had to range from the second base side of second base back to his original position, throw across the diamond. But nice play, and there's 2 down. Willie Stargell has a 2-run homer today. Steps in for his second plate appearance. And he lines it foul down the third base line, strike 1. And this one he pulls into the seats. Very quickly the count is no balls and 2 strikes on Stargell. And he slices it the other way, but playable for O'Rourke in left. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. So, 3 innings of baseball. Oakland still leads 4 to 1. Top of the 4th. The man to make the last out in the top of the third steps up. He is 0 for 1, Michael O'Rourke. And he pulls the curveball foul, strike 1. Outside corner, strike 2. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on the left fielder O'Rourke. And he pops it up. Stargell's short right field. Settles under it, makes the catch. 1 away. Next up is Jacob Salazar. He's 0 for 1, lined out in the second inning. And he lines it down the left field line, and it will drop in for a base hit. Big turn at first, but he'll hold. And with 1 down here in the top of the 4th, the Knights have a base runner.
Number 37.
So, Benny LoCicero, the right fielder, who's 1 for 1, steps up. And he droops it. It's going to fall in. And it's going to be a single for Benny LoCicero. And it's going to be first and third with 1 out here in the 4th. So they can get that runner at third home without the benefit of a hit. Matt Saps is up, the designated hitter. Swing and a miss over the 2-seam fastball. A little out in front. Count is 0-1. Runners lead off first and third. Hard ground ball through the left side. It's an RBI single for Matthew Saps, and the lead is cut in half. It's Oakland 4-2. Pitching coach for the A's takes a stroll out to the mound to have a little conversation with Mikolas, settle him down a little bit. Runners are at first and second with one out here in the fourth. Francisco Lindor, who's had an RBI double in his first at-bat, is up with 2 runners on. Checks his swing, but the pitch hit the outside corner, strike one. Inside, backs him off the plate. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Lindor. Checks it, it's in the dirt. No advance. Nice block by the catcher. Grandal did a good job keeping it in front of him. So the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Runners lead off first and second. And he hits it high and deep, but playable, I think. Mickey Mantle ranges over to his left. The runner at second tags and goes to third. So with 2 out, we have a runners at first and third. So they're going to need a hit to score that runner. Next up is Roberto Perez, who grounded out in the second inning, second plate appearance. There are 2 down here in the top of the fourth. Pitch is high, ball 1. At the knees, strike 1, count even at 1 ball and 1 strike on the backup catcher. And he pulls it foul down the third base line. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Perez. Outside, runner at first is taking off for second. Strong throw to second. In time, no, check that, he's safe. Also on the passed ball by Yasmani Grandal, there are now 2 runners in scoring position for the Knights, so a single can get both of them home. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Perez. Swing and a miss, and they leave the 2 runners on. Strike 3 called, side retired. So, 3.5 innings complete. It's still a 2-run ball game. Oakland leads 4-2. Cal Ripken Jr. struck out in the first inning. Steps in here in the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a miss. 2-seamer, strike 1. He's hot in his last 3 games. He's 5 for his last 10. Misses outside, ball 1, count 1 ball and 1 strike. A little low, 2-1. Fouls off the knuckle curve. Count is 2-2 on Cal. And he lines it hard to right field, but LoCicero races over to make the catch for the first out.
Now batting.
Ernie Banks grounded out in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. At the knees, low strike. Low strike nonetheless. Count is 0-1 on Banks. Off the plate, inside, count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Outside corner, strike 2, count is 1-2. He hits it high and deep, but in on his hands. O'Rourke is there. He makes the running catch at the warning track for the second out. Nice running play by O'Rourke in left.
Now batter.
Max Kepler lined out in the second. He is 0 for 1. And it's a line drive to center. Makes a big turn, strong throw to second. He's going to in there. So he legged it out for a double. Max Kepler's 13th double of the season. So with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th, they have a runner in scoring position for Yasmani Grandal, who struck out in the 2nd inning. Just below the knees, ball 1. Swing and a miss out in front of the circle change, counts 1 ball and 1 strike. Yasmani Grandal is hitting under 200 with runners in scoring position this season. And he skies it to the center field gap. And in left center field, Lukalic makes the catch to retire the side. So, 4 innings of baseball. It's 4-2 Oakland. Leading off for the Knights, Max Lukalic, the center fielder. He's 0 for 2. Popped out, grounded out.
Number 38.
Pitches low, ball 1. He scored 55 runs in the season so far. Grounds it. Easy play for Jackie Robinson. And there's 1 away.
The first baseman, number 20.
Next up is Don Mattingly, first baseman for the Knights. He's 0 for 2. Just gets a piece of the 2-seam fastball, strike 1. Don Mattingly was the 1984 batting champion in the American League. At the knees, strike 2. Count is quickly, no balls, and 2 strikes on the hitman. Played for the New York Yankees. Outside ball 1, 1-2. He was the 1985 American League Most Valuable Player for the Yanks. Off the plate, inside, count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes, with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Count goes full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Chris Ramos is on deck. Here's the payoff pitch. And he walked him. After getting ahead of him 0-2, he loses him. So with 1 out, they have a runner at first.
Now batting, the second baseman, Chris Ramos.
Chris Ramos, 0 for 2 today. Steps in with a runner at first and 1 out. Inside ball 1. And he grounds it towards the second baseman, shovels over to second for 1, back to first, a double play. So the side is retired. 4.5 innings of baseball. It's still a 2-run ball game. Oakland leads 4-2. Bottom of the 5th, Jackie Robinson steps to the plate. He's 2 for 2 today.
The second baseman, Jackie.
Just misses low, ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
In there, strike 1, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Jackie Robinson. And he lines it hard but foul. Count is 1-2. Just pulls his hands in and gets a piece of that inside fastball to stay alive. Count remains 1-2. Deep drive, but foul. Grounds it to the third baseman, fields to his left, fires across the diamond, and Lindor throws out Jackie Robinson for out number 1.
Now batting, the third baseman,
Caleb Hamilton is 1 for 2. His 1 is a 2-run homer in the first. Pitches high, ball 1. Ball 2.
Outside. That's
3-0. Mickey Mantle's on deck. There's one out here in the bottom of the fifth. In there, strike one. Hitters count 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. Base is empty. And he pulls it out in front of the fastball, and the count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Hamilton. Inside, ball 4, Hamilton walks, and they have a base runner. Mickey Mantle, 0 for 2, struck out, grounded out, Hall of Famer. Misses low.
Count 1-0.
I think we're going to have to get somebody up. Manager, bullpen. Bumgarner's going to warm up. Jonathan Holder's going to warm up. Okay. Checks his swing, but it's in there. Strike one. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike on Mantle. Knuckle curve floats in there for strike 2. Outside, count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he lines it hard down the left field line. Count remains 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 down. That's his 5th strikeout of the ball game. Let's look at the replay. Adam Dunn. He is 1 for 2 with a single. Steps in. And he fouls off the 2-seamer. Strike 1. Fouls off the circle change. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Dunn. Grounds it to the third base. Oh, he drops it. Picks it up. Fires across. Not in time. So that's an E5 on Lindor, and the inning continues. It's first and second with 2 out. Not an easy play, but it hit the heel of the glove. By the time he got back there to throw it over, Dunn had beaten it out. So next up is Willie Stargell. He had a 2-run homer in the first, 1 for 2. And that will be all for Joey Pollard. In relief comes Madison Bumgarner, making his 21st appearance out of the bullpen. His record is 4-1. He has 2 saves. His ERA is 2.86. He's here to pitch more than just one batter, but I'm sure the fact lefty versus lefty was part of the equation. And he pops him up. And too much foul territory. Willie Stargell was hitting .356 with runners in scoring position this season. So since there's a runner at second, this is a position he likes to be in. And he pulls the curveball foul. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 5th. And he laces it the other way. Long run for O'Rourke, but in front of the warning track, he makes the catch to retire the side. They leave 2 runners on, and it's an official ball game. 5 innings complete. Oakland A's have a 2-run lead. Top of the 6th. Michael O'Rourke is 0 for 2 today. Steps in for his 3rd plate appearance.
The left fielder, Mike. O'Rourke.
Oh, that's too high.
High, ball 1.
Oh, that's out.
Ball 2, 2-0. And he hits it foul, pulls it. Count is 2-1. Hard ground ball up the middle. Nice scooping jump throw from Jackie Robinson. A Hall of Fame play right there. Range to his right.
The batter, number 3.
Fielded across his body.
Jacob.
Jump throw on the money. So with 1 down, Jacob Salazar is up. He is 1 for 2. Outside, ball one. We are in the top of the sixth. It's a two-run ball game, 4-2 Oakland.
Ball two.
Pitch is low, ball two, 2-0.
2-0.
Second straight batter in a row that he's fallen behind 2-0. And he pulls the two-seamer foul, strike one. Swing and a miss at the four-seamer. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Salazar. Just gets a piece of it, rolls over to the second baseman,
He's out.
and it's in time. Out number 2.
Now batting. Number 37.
Benny LoCicero is 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. Steps in with the bases empty.
Ball.
Ball one outside. And he pulls it. He's out in front of the fastball. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike on LoCicero. High fastball tight. Fouls it off. Count as 1-2. Nicholas has pitched well. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Side retired. 5.5 innings complete. The Oakland A's lead 4-2. Bottom of the 6th. Cal Ripken Jr. He's hitting .344, but today he's 0 for 2.
Junior.
Just misses. Ball one. Looked like a strike to me. Pops him up. Ramos at second barely has to move. He makes the catch, 1 away. Ernie Banks is 0 for 2. He flew out and grounded out. Steps in for his 3rd plate appearance. At the knees, strike 1. Fouls off the cut fastball. Count is 0-2 on Ernie Banks, Hall of Famer. Just gets a piece of the curveball to stay alive. Count remains 0-2. It's a 2-run ball game. Oakland leads 4-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. And it's a line drive to center. Lukalic is there. He makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting. Right fielder.
Max Kepler 1 for 2 with a double. He's up with 2 outs in the 6th. In there, strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Swinging and a miss at the curveball out in front. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Did he check his swing? Yes, he did. Ball 1. Count is 1-2 on Kepler. And he pops him up, heading towards the Oakland bench. And let's see. Fouls off the cut fastball. Count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs here. And the base is empty in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Side retired. Bumgarner has a 1-2-3 inning. And after 6 innings of baseball, it's still a 2-run lead for Oakland. They're winning 4-2. Top of the 7th. Matthew Saps.
Leading off for the ninth.
Athletics bullpen is active. He is 2 for 2 with an RBI. Miles is pitching into the 7th. Pulls it foul, strike 1. Checks the swing. Ball 1, 1-1. As you can see, a lefty and a righty are warming up in the Athletics bullpen. Grounds it to the 3rd baseman. He ranges to his left, fires across, 1 away. Saps is 2 for 3.
Now batting. Third base.
Francisco Lindor is 1 for 2 with an RBI double. Steps up. And it is a hard ground ball through the right side for a 1-out single. He is 2 for 3. He seems thrilled. Look at him. He's happy. So, Roberto Perez steps up. Runner first, 1 down. Quick throw to first. Lindor is back in. Tying run is at the plate. Pitch out, but he's going. Strong throw. He gets him by a mile. Lindor is caught stealing, and there's bases empty, and there are 2 out. Not a smart decision, considering the fact that the tying run was at the plate. And now, 2 outs and bases empty. Well, anyway, the count is 1-0.
2-0.
Checks his swing, count is 2-0. Just gets a piece of the fastball. Count is 2-1 on Perez. Hitters count 3 balls, 1 strike here on Perez. Or Perez. He pulls the fastball foul. The count will go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases empty. Top of the first. Top of the 7th. Jams him in on his hands. Lazy fly ball to the left fielder. And Adam Dunn makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. Time for the 7th inning stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It is a 4-run, 4-2 ball game. Athletics have a 2-run lead. Bottom of the 7th.
The Athletics. The catcher. Yasmani. Rondon.
At the corner, strike 1. Swinging and miss to cut fastball, strike 2. Curveball is low. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swinging and miss, strike 3, and there's 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. He asked, was it a strike? He told him, yeah, it was a strike. You just missed it.
The second baseman. Jackie.
Leadoff man up again. Jackie Robinson is 2 for 3. He has been a thorn in their side today. And it is in foul territory. Drops for a strike. Count is 0-1. At the knees, strike 2. Oh, he said he swung. Foul tip checked into the glove for strike number 2. Out number 2. Check that. Caleb Hamilton. He's 1 for 2, but it was a big one. 2-run homer in the first, which at the time gave them a 2-0 lead before an out was recorded. So here we are, 2 outs in the 7th inning, and they still have that 2-run lead.
Ball 1.
Low ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
And he lines it foul. Strike 1. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Just gets a piece of the curveball. Count is 1-2. Checks his swing, just missed. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Madison Bumgarner is up to 26 pitches. He was a starting pitcher in his career, but at this point he has been relegated to bullpen duty. Strike 3, outside corner. He doesn't agree with the call, but it doesn't matter. 7 innings of baseball have completed. It is still a 2-run ball game. We go to the top of the 8th. It's 4-2.
Your attention, please.
Taking over pitching duties for the A's is Aaron Bummer. 22nd appearance out of the bullpen. His record is 1-1. He has 4 saves. His ERA is high at 7.17. Max Lukulich is 0 for 3 faces off against him. Manager's office, bullpen. We're going to put Jonathan Holder.
Number 38.
No, we're not. There's two lefties. We're going to keep him out there. He's been pitching well. So Max Lukulich is 0 for 3. And he fouls off the fastball, 95 on the radar gun. Strike one. Max has a lot of speed, but not much power. He does have 24 doubles on the season, so speed legs out those doubles. Count 1 ball and 1 strike. As you can see, a lefty and a righty warming up in the Athletics bullpen. They need a base runner in order to get the tying run to the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike on the speedster. Ground ball to the Iron Man, Cal Ripken. He throws across in time, 1 away. Line for Mikolas, 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, 2 strikeouts. If it stays the way it is, he'll have a win in the win column for that effort. Mattingly is 0 for 2. And he grounds it to Jackie Robinson. And there's 2 away. Relatively easy inning for Bummer so far. Switch hitter Chris Ramos moves over onto the right side against the lefty Bummer. Backdoors him with the cutter, strike 1. Pitch is low, count is 1 ball and 1 strike. And he fouls off the cut fastball, count is 1 and 2. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. It's a 2-run ball game. Inside, count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. They need a base runner in order for the tying run to come to the plate. And it's a line drive base hit to left. And the tying run will come to the plate with 2 outs here in the 8th. 6-game hitting streak. So Michael O'Rourke is 0 for 3, lefty versus lefty. He does have power, so. And it's a line shot through the right side, and we'll have first and second with 2 down. So they're threatening. First pitch, a hard ground ball through the right side. It's a 10-game hitting streak for O'Rourke. 10 games is when you start to talk about it. Pulls it through the hole between first and second. Nope, we're going to ignore that. So Jacob Salazar is 1 for 3 with a single. He's hitting .352 on the season. It's a good opportunity for him to get a single. Let's see what happens. Outside, ball 1. He's hitting over 400 with runners in scoring position. And he pops him up in the infield. Cal Ripken settles under it, makes the catch, and the side is retired. So we will go to the bottom of the 8th. The score remains Oakland 4, Bronx 2. So Mickey Mantle, switch hitter, moves over to the right side against the lefty Bumgarner. Here comes the first pitch. And he pulls the fastball foul, strike 1. At the knees, cut fastball, strike 2. Bumgarner looks sharp today. Fouls it off. Count remains 0-2. Sky's at the center. Lukulich is there, and there's 1 away. Next up, Adam Dunn. He's 1 for 3 with a single. His average is .225. And he drives it in the first pitch to center. Again, Lukulich is there. And there's 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th.
The first baseman.
And Willie Stargell, 2-run homer in the first inning. He's 1 for 3. And he slices it towards the Oakland bullpen. Strike 1. Just misses.
That's inside.
Ball 1. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Stargell. Fouls off the fastball. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he pulls it to the left fielder. Check that right fielder. LoCicero makes the catch, retires the side, and we go to the 9th. Last licks for the Bronx Knights. Can they score 2 to tie? Score is 4-2.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
Taylor Rogers makes his 35th appearance out of the bullpen. He has 8 saves. His record is 0-1. His ERA is 1.26. He has been lights out. And he leads off against Benny LoCicero, who's 2 for 3 today. Manager, bullpen. We're going to warm up John Smoltz
number 37.
and warm up We're going to sit Jonathan Holder down. And we're going to warm up. If we tie, Dylan Betances. If we go ahead, it's John Smoltz. So, here we go. Last licks. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Ball 1, 1-1 is the count. Checks the swing. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike on LoCicero. Just gets a piece of the slider. Count is 2-2. Just gets a piece of the curveball to stay alive. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. They need a base runner to get the tying run to the plate. Here's the payoff pitch. Fouls it back. Strike 2 was already there, so it's full count. We'll do it again. And he hits it high and deep. That is Gonzo, ladies and gentlemen. It is a 1-run ball game on Benny LoCicero's 18th homer of the season. It's a 4-3 game with nobody out here in the top of the 9th. Hoo-wah! Oh, yeah. Let's see the replay. His 18th homer, his 66th RBI. Just enough distance. So, next up is Matthew Saps. He is 2 for 3 with an RBI today.
Now batting, number 31.
Down and in, ball 1. Tying run is at the plate. And he slices it down the line, but it will fall foul for strike number 1. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike on Saps. And it's a line drive, which will hang up there. You know, it will not. It will drop in front of Adam Dunn. They have a runner on first. The tying run is at first base here with nobody out in the 9th. Here's the replay as Saps gets his 3rd hit of the ball game. Let's go to substitution. Maybe we will replace Saps. Saps Saps' speed is pretty good. We're going to keep it there. So, Francisco Lindor, 2 for 3, turns over to hit from the other side of the plate. Checks his swing, breaking balls in there for strike 1. Obviously, the bunt is not on. Saps leads off first. Lindor, count is 0-1. And he grounds it, 4, 6, 3, double play. And there's 2 down. They are down to their final out. Maybe they should have bunted. Ooh. Roberto Perez, we're pinch hitting for. Manager, bullpen. Not bullpen, I'm sorry. Manager, substitutions. Francisco Lindor. Who's the best hitter we got? Best hitter we got is Matt Termini. Absolutely. With 2 outs in the 9th, Matt Termini represents the final out of the ball game. It's 4-3. The bases are clean. He's hitting .294 with 5 homers and 33 RBIs. And he fouls off the sinker for strike 1. Low ball 1. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. We're down to their final strike. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes on Termini. Inside off the plate, count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. High and tight, count goes full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 9th, they're down by a run. Here's the payoff pitch. Just gets a piece at the mound, jumps out of his crouch, fires, oh, he throws it away! And he's going to make it all the way to second base on the error by the throwing error. So there's a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. The tying run is on second. Let's watch the replay.
Number 38.
He nubs it at the plate. It stays fair. Yasmani Grandal throws it over the head of Willie Stargell into right field down the line. And by the time they get the ball back in, Termini is at second base. Max Lukulich is 0 for 4 today. His batting average is .315. A single can tie this ball game. Termini leads off second. And he fouls it into foul territory, and it will find the seats. Almost. Strike 1. And he lines it down the first base line into foul territory. They're down to their final strike again. The count is 0-2. Now he pulls it down the third base line. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on the center fielder. Bounces it up the middle. Strong throw. Side retired. Ball game over. Oakland A's win. So they get the win 4-3. This is the first of a 3-game set at Rickey Henderson Field. The winning pitcher is probably Miles Mikolas. The losing pitcher is Joey Pollard. The save will probably go to, let's find out. Save will go to Taylor Rogers. Willie Stargell had a 2-run homer in the first. He is proclaimed the player of the game. So for the Oakland A's, 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Bronx Knights, 3 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. The final is 4-3, and this has been a presentation of Bronx Knights Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please subscribe to the channel, much appreciated, and have yourself a great night. We'll win one next time.